What's up YouTube? Welcome to More Trades. Today's video I'm going to be talking about a simple strategy that I utilized and I've mentioned more than once. I've even used it several hours ago in catching the short from around 31k, and I'll show you that in a minute. We're looking at Binance Bitcoin perpetual contracts. And as you can see on the 4 hourly, we have Bitcoin still struggling at the 200, which is, if you go on the 1 hour chart, you'll see it as 800 EMA. Bitcoin, you can see it kind of respects it perfectly. It wicks above, but if you go back, you'll see sometimes it breaks above, and on a retest, it fails to hold it. See, we broke above on the retest, we just dropped back down. If we look again, if we go back over here at 48k, we broke above, tested the 200, eventually we come down over here. Let me just tell you which one's the 200. The 200 is, I'll just keep the 200 on, is this line. Go back and look over here. Again, went up, came down. If you go back here, you can see it over here. Went above it, we wicked it, and we fell. Over here, went above it, and we dropped. It's been a problem for Bitcoin, especially in downtrends. Now, another EMA to be aware of, the 233 EMA. The 233 is also a very important EMA. If we look at it here, let's put in the 233. See, turn off the rest. No. We just want the 233. The 233 is also another EMA you should be aware of. And they're descending. If we go on the daily, let's see where they located. In the daily, you could see them coming down. And if Bitcoin even gets to this point, they're going to be a problem for Bitcoin. So on the daily chart, if Bitcoin, say it comes up to the 40,000 to 40,300 range, we will have a problem if we get there. By that time, even it might be before that, because the 200 EMA will be descending in this fashion, and the 233 will also be descending in this fashion. So we might get lower and lower prices, as this will take time because these are daily charts. So every day it prints a bit of the EMA and so on. Now, if you look at the trade setup I was talking about, if we go to the 4 hourly, just to keep in mind one more thing, this is potentially the second green week we're having in Bitcoin. We haven't had a green week in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had 9 red weeks, and now we had 2 green weeks. So could this be the reversal? Possibly. But just be aware of the resistances and support below. Now, if we look at the 4 hourly chart, and I'll show you how I took this trade. This was around, I would say around 11 hours ago. It was around 11 hours ago. We were here, we were somewhere here. If I go to the 1 hour chart, just remember that on the 4 hourly, the 200 EMA was here. So I looked at the 4 hourly and I saw where we were, and I looked at the 1 hourly. That would be at this point, that would be the 800 EMA, and I got in the trade a bit later, but I got in at a confirmed position. So I'll tell you how I did it. Is that I saw that on the 4 hourly we were at resistance again. We were blessed with having that happen twice in such a short span of time. So look at that. On the 4 hourly, we had the 200 EMA. This was on the 31st of May, and then we had it again on the 6th of June, and then we had it again on the 7th of June. So within one day we could have two shorts, very nice shorts, and you can see the percentage that we had of a drop. I took both of them. This was 8%, and today's was about 5.59%. So that's a good opportunity we've been blessed with. Now let's go back to the hourly, and we look at the MACD. The MACD on the hourly crossed very late, but my entries are usually from the 15-minute chart. I saw that the MACD had already crossed over here. You look at that. That was around 1:30 a.m. The MACD crossed. We were at around 31,397. So I didn't get it at 31,559. I got it slightly lower. I'll post the screenshot on the thumbnail of this video. And I took the trade because the MACD had crossed. I saw that we were at resistance. And in addition to that, we were at a significant retracement level, a Fibonacci retracement. So what do I mean by that? Let me show you. If I go on the 1 hour chart and I pull the Fib retracement tool from the left of my screen, and I pull it from the tip of this over here, so from there, and take it all the way to the bottom, you will see that we retraced perfectly to the 0.786 Fibonacci level. One of the most significant Fibonacci levels out there. Is some of the significant ones are 0.382, 0.236, 0.5, 0.786, and 0.618. Basically, most of them are significant, the Fibonacci numbers. But yeah, I saw we were in the 0.786. We had the 200 EMA. MACD on the 15-minute has already crossed bearishly. And in addition to that, I go to my other charts and I look at where are we in the trend. I have other indicators that I have, so I'll show you here. This is the Bitstamp chart, and you will see on the 4 hourly. Let's go on the 1 hourly so you could see what I was talking about. This is what happened last night. We pumped and we came down. This is a Gann fan line. I drew a Gann fan, which is basically resistance and support lines based on Gann calculations, I guess. I took it from the 69K all the way to the bottom. Where is it? Over here. Wait. Yeah. I drew the 69. I drew the Gann fan from the 69K. It seems like it moved, but earlier on, yeah, when I was looking at it, we were at the Gann fan and we had the 200 EMA somewhere there. And in addition to that, I have a Fib channel that I've mentioned before. The 1.618 is this blue line. Let me highlight it. Look, this is the 1.618 in green, if you see this line. This is a 4 hourly chart, so each candle is a 4 hour candle. If we go down to the 1 hour chart, you'll see that this line has presented to be significant support or even resistance. We do go above it, but we always come down. And you look at, sometimes we even struggle to go above it, like what we've been doing here. So I had the 200 EMA. If I switch on my EMAs again, on the 4 hourly, because I want to see the 200. You see, we were here. We had the 200 EMA over here, but over here we had the 200 EMA and my Fibonacci channel over here. And on my other chart, I had the Gann fan, and the MACDs has crossed bearishly, and we were at a 0.786 retracement level. So all in all was showing me weakness in this move up for that time. It could change. We could start moving higher if we get high volume, but at the moment, that was it. Then I see a red candle over here, which has a big, you can see the volume was higher than the push up, and then even bigger volume that took us way down. At the moment, I'm still at the short. And what do I expect next? Let me just take out all these drawings. Now, if we look at this, initially we were expecting this could be a wave. This could be a wave 1, and this whole thing's a 2, and bullishly 3. We violated a bit of this level. We're still holding it. So as long as we don't get below this, we could have a push up. But we could be in a down move, because this was so impulsive, and this was impulsive. The moves up are not as impulsive as the down move. So if you look at this, if we have a 1, go here, this is our 2, and now we're at the start of a 3. The 3 could be lower, and we have 4 and 5. Now, this 3 that I'm talking about, this whole 3, is also could be a 1, 2, because the wave 2 can come all the way up, but it can't go above the 1. And we could be starting our 3rd wave, and maybe 4 and 5. And then in here, if you look in here, this could be a 1, we're in a 2, and we're going to have a waterfall 3, 4, 5. Let's see what happens. We won't know until it happens, but just keep in mind the levels. Now, if we want to know where are we, this is the 4-hour chart. This is the 1-hour chart, sorry. We could pull our fixed range volume profile and pull it for the entire range that we had over here. And we can see that our point of control is here. So this is a good level of support. Yeah, it could be a possible good area to buy. So these two are the next supports that you have. If you break them, then the 28.8 is significant support, and if you lose that, you're coming down possibly to the 25 or 26k range. Now, this is a good place to short. This is a resistance. Now, if we dive in even deeper and look at the current range that we're in, yeah, this is the macro range. This is the big range. We've had this since the 12th of May. But if you want to go to the current range, this range that we started on 30th of May, you can do the same. You pull the tool, the fixed range volume profile, and you pull it from here. We pulled it from here to today, and you see that our POC somewhere around the same area. It's at 29.6, so I won't mark it out. And then if I bring the price, and for this range, I'll say our value area high, and our value area low is here. I'll just change it. Yeah, let's just, what am I doing? Value area low is here. See, just simple, just keep it simple. You have targets up, targets down. You know that possible targets up to enter a short. This is a good area, 30,000. Not financial advice, but always have stop loss. You're looking at more probability in your trades, higher probability for your trades to work out. Now I'll remove this. Now I've marked out our value area high, value area low, And let's see at what retracement are we now. So I pull it from this pump that happened earlier on today, from the top to the bottom. And where are we at the moment? We are close. We went above, just close to the 0.5 fib, and we went back down. We could pump up possibly 30,000. We need to be aware of the 0.618. So I'll mark out the 0.618 over here and put it in red because it's a sell. And we are at the 0.5. Maybe it will roll down from the 0.5. If we want to look at MACD, on the 1 hour, we're bearish. We have a cross down. And on the 15 minute, which moves developed earlier, it looks like we're crossing up, but you can see it curving down. Another way I enter trades, as I told you before, in conjunction with the MACD, I also use the 8, 13, and 21 and the 50 EMA. So let me go here and show you what I'm talking about. I have the 8, 13, 21. This is a 55. I prefer the 51. The 50, sorry. So we have the 8 and 13 and 21. 8, 13, 21. Where's the 55? The 55 is in green. The 8, I'll change the color to that. So there we go. You see we had a cross. We already crossed the green line, the 55. So if we cross the 55, most probably we crossed the 50 before that. So there you go. This was another confluence of the downtrend. And so far, the EMAs on the smaller time frames are still bearish. So we might have lower prices. This, as you can see, is clearly... Where's that? Yeah, as you can see over here, this is a double top. We could be going lower. We could just be consolidating and go higher. But if you look at the 4-hour chart and you look at it, we're still holding support. We haven't broken 29.1 since this down move on the 1st of June. So like a week, and we're holding it. We're strongly holding it. And we're trying to form higher highs. And in fact, if this was our accumulation range, we're trying to hold above it. And we could be in redistribution, and that means we'll be ending up going lower. But if we're want a chance along, we're still above the accumulation range. These are the targets according to fib levels and fixed range volume profile. And EMAs are still looking bearish. Even let's look at the 5-minute for the MACD. What is the MACD doing in the 5-minute? Even in the 5-minute, we don't have a bullish cross. But just keep in mind those levels. Now, if you look at, this is the Bitstamp, the Gann fan I showed you already. This chart has a Fibonacci 1.618. Yeah. And over here we have the DXY. The DXY is above the line that I always refer to, 102.18, and we're getting support. If we push up on the DXY, then that will be bad for Bitcoin. We could be preparing for Thursday or Friday news. The CPI report is coming out, so that could affect the markets. And if it affects the markets, and it affects Bitcoin. Let's go to the US 30. The US 30 is down 80 points. Dow Jones. The Nasdaq is up 3.5 points. But yeah, the Nasdaq is up 3.5 points. The SPY and the SPX are up a few points. So basically, yeah, this week in the past 2 days, we've been blessed with 2 trades for Bitcoin. It was really nice. We were able to take those shorts. This short, if you got in this short, it was 8%, and with leverage you can imagine how much you could make. Always use a stop loss. Always refer to your fib levels, your EMAs, your MACDs. See where you are in the macro, in the bigger picture. We could pump up all the way to, again, to recover this wick liquidity at 32,238, 32,382. This would be great, a great opportunity to short Bitcoin again. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and click the notifications. I'll give you another update. Just keep the targets there. These are the targets. If we pump higher, then as I said, this would be a great opportunity to short Bitcoin again. I'll just keep them here. Yeah, there you go. Those are the targets for now. See you in the next one. I'm out.